What's up, Irish Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of the Ursuline Irish. We're back at the U at the Golden Dawn Monday night. Ursuline boys basketball shows, we'll rattle them off one a week. Stick with social media on YSN. Not sure which week it's going to be because of schedules and when they play. And obviously, we'll be doing the girls too. Hopeful to also get the bowling team and the swim team, get everyone in here and meet this quality senior class at Ursuline High School. Senior player profile here at the Golden Dawn. Cannot thank Johnny Naples enough and their staff for supporting Ursuline athletics and then allowing us to do this at YSN every week. Proud to be joined by senior Nick Bako. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
All right, Nick Bako, senior, Golden Dawn. When I say Golden Dawn, little family history. So with Nick Bako, let's jump in with the family a little bit. Talk about your family and how important they are to you. And you, my man, have been around Ursuline High School, I'll say it, from birth. Talk about how special this is for you.
It's really special. They've been with me all the way. I get all their support.
How nice is all the support that you get to know they're in the stands, they're here at the Golden Dawn?
It's amazing.
Yeah, when I ask you, when the Golden Dawn, when you knew it was reopening, this is the place for Ursuline High School, always will be the place. I think it's exciting for your class that it's the first class that the Dawn has been open for a full school year. To be able to play basketball and represent Ursuline High School and also to be able to come to the Golden Dawn after a win and enjoy it with your teammates. What does that mean to you since the Golden Dawn is also part of your family?
It means a lot. Just surrounded with my teammates and my family. It's everything.
Do you know where they're sitting at on game night?
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Okay, so when they're on game night, do you hear them?
No, I don't.
Or you block that out?
I try to block it out, but my mom, oh, my gosh, she stands up and tells me to put my arms up.
That's what moms are supposed to do. You got to love moms that can coach the game of basketball. I'm sure Coach Gunn will never mind any mom talking about defense because that's his forte. Let's talk Nick Bako. Terrence Pankey's a good player.
Oh, my gosh. One of the best I played with.
Okay, Vinny Filato's a good player. Jaden's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this. You win with guys like Nick Bako. And I mean this. I remember the first time I watched you play, I loved your game because you do all the stuff that, unless you're a basketball coach or really know the game, don't stick out to the real world on how many points you had, how you do this. The role that you play on this basketball team offensively and defensively, and the role that you play as a leader of this young group, hats off to you. How did you embrace that? What did it take for you to say, this is what I need to do to make us be successful?
I just did what Coach Gunn asked me. He told me to go get rebounds, play defense the way you do. You score, you score. Just play like yourself.
Do you enjoy that?
I sure do.
Because you're getting on game night. You're getting one of the top offensive players.
Yeah.
And that's not a fun task because Pankey and Filato, they like to shoot. It's okay to say. We could say that here at the Golden Dawn. No, they play good defense too, but you are that leader of defense. Coach Gunn, I'm sure you'll watch his interview with him. He spoke highly of Nick Bako. And Coach Gunther's had a lot of good teams at Ursuline. There's no question. But I could tell in Coach Gunther's mannerisms and his facial expressions what this group of seniors means to him, not only on the floor, but off the floor. Talk about your relationship with this group of seniors and Coach Gunther and why that's so special.
Well, we've been with each other from freshman year, and we've just connected since day one. And it's just going to keep on growing throughout the season.
Is he an easy guy to connect with?
I'd say, yeah. Yeah, he's pretty easy.
You can look over those guys. He's not an easy guy to connect with. Come on, let's be honest here at the Golden Dawn. He's not the easiest man to connect with. He has that teddy bear in him, maybe like an hour or two out of the day when he's with you guys privately, but he's that tough love guy on the court that you guys respond to. I've watched you play 3 games. Great start, but I don't think this basketball team is anywhere near where you could be potentially. When I say that, what's your thoughts to that?
I think we go step by step, one game at a time. I think for sure we need to win districts, but we have higher expectations than that.
Yeah, there's no doubt higher expectations. We'll get into that a little bit. Talking with Nick Bako here, senior player profile at the Golden Dawn. Going to make a little visit over to the Canfield Cardinals tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Will be a very good environment. I'm sure the football student sections will be after one another. How exciting is that to play in a game of Canfield, who's a good basketball team in that type of environment?
I love it. When we do something good, we shut them down. We just make them be quiet.
So that's going to be your job to make them be quiet tomorrow night.
Yep.
Nick Bako, when I say shoot the basketball, I think that's one of the things that I've watched you improve on the most is your shooting. So I'm going to take you back like I did with Terrence. You lose a tough one in Ashtabula. That was not Ursuline. I asked Terrence, I'll ask you, you're a senior now. It's your final go-round. And, Coach, for everybody off here, we talked about how much you will miss this when you graduate and you move on, whether it's playing or not playing. You appreciate the relationships and your teammates. You're on that bus riding home. What's going through your mind? It's the senior now. This is it. I'm going to be one of those guys that's going to help this team get over the hump. Where were you at? What were you thinking about at that moment?
I really have no idea. I was just kind of in disbelief.
Yeah, that was a shocking game. There's no doubt. You beat them pretty easily in a year, and they came and shot the lights out of them in that one. Now you're a senior, and you talk about expectations. I think that's one of the things that this group does very well. There's high expectations on this basketball team, no doubt, but you guys are pretty grounded on the day-to-day things. What's the most important thing in your mind to beat a good Canfield team tomorrow?
Just got to lock up on defense. Don't let their guards get going. Just box out and get rebounds.
Richie, this is like talking to Coach Gunter here on the coach's corner. These guys all come. I'm hoping Filato has a little different answers on we can talk a little bit shooting because we'll get to him, but with Nick Bako, senior player profile, student body. I remember I talked to I want to say it was about a week and a half ago at the Lakeview girls games. That's impressive. For me as a parent to see you guys come and support the girls as they do you, hats off to you guys for that. You were excited to sit down and do this.
Yeah.
I love doing this with these guys because I know you. What does it mean for you, for your family to see Nick Bako talk and be proud of not only their son, but what you're doing at Ursuline?
Just hopefully they're proud of me.
I'm sure they are. There's no doubt in my mind that you have a lot of proud people on what you do on and off the floor. So with that, we're going to play a little rapid fire.
Sounds good.
Water or Gatorade?
Water, for sure.
That's a good answer. See, I'm not a good water drinker, Richie, so I got to give props to the water drinkers. All right, now I'm curious here. Terrence gave some Drake and whatever. What was that, Club 21 or whatever that was? What's Nick have on tomorrow night on the bus ride over to Canfield? What's getting you ready to go for your style of game?
Well, we got two options. We can go like Hip Hop Girl with Taylor Swift, or we can go with Lil Baby.
Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift or Little Baby. So it's a Canfield game. It's a big game. I'm going to say it's Taylor Swift.
I don't.
Okay. For why I said, who's in charge of the music selection?
Terrence Pankey.
Terrence Pankey's in charge of the music selection. That's a pretty good choice. Don't let Bernie on any music. Let him do his own thing. Yeah. Favorite college basketball team?
Kentucky.
Okay. Favorite pro team?
Sacramento Kings.
Wow. They just beat us again, Richie, didn't they? The Cavs Friday night.
Yeah.
You beat us twice this year. We can't do this interview anymore. You beat us twice. Favorite basketball moment so far for you at Ursuline High School?
Probably trying to attempt my first dunk against Canfield last year.
I remember that.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get another attempt tomorrow night against Canfield.
We will.
We will? Okay.
Yes, sir.
There, you heard it there first from Mr. Bako. A little dunk attempt tomorrow night. Favorite class you've had at Ursuline High School, and a shout out to one of your favorite teachers?
Probably right now, World Religions with Miss Jacobs.
Miss Jacobs. Miss Jacobs is that sports lady.
She is.
Sports teacher. I've known her a long time. Miss Jacobs, shout out to you for all you do for these young men on and off the floor. They're phenomenal in the classroom. They're great on the court. What does an Ursuline education mean to you when you graduate here in June?
Means a lot. Just learning a lot of new stuff and can help me develop in college.
college. Let's get into that. What's Nick Bako want to do? Any thoughts on college yet?
I want to go for business management, but I have 3 options for colleges: YSU, Cincinnati, and West Virginia.
Those are 3 pretty good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 3 real good choices. I'm going to be a little stingy and pick YSU, but I do like Cincy and West Virginia. Senior year, how does Nick Bako want this season to end?
State championship.
I love it. I love that you guys say that. I think that's one of the funnest things that I do, to hear student athletes talk about that, because you understand how hard that is to do. But if you can't say and believe that, then you shouldn't be playing basketball.
Yep. Totally agree.
How fun is your student body?
Oh my gosh.
Now here, wait a second. Now, because you were one of those guys during football that I would announce the game and look over and see that craziness over there.
Yep.
Do you hear them during a game?
Oh, all the time.
Does that get you going?
I love it.
And here's what I appreciate about the Ursuline students, Richie. They respect the defensive end more than they do the offensive end. That's impressive for a student body. So you do hear them, and that gets you going.
All the time, yeah.
All right, so a little message to the our Ursuline High School student body on what you're expecting from them tomorrow night.
Be loud, be there, and just support us.
Do
what you do.
There you heard it from Nick Bako, senior player profile. They're going to go to Campfield tomorrow night, face the Campfield Cardinals. Richie Giuliano and Anthony Romo will have the call on YSN. If you can't make it, thanks to Johnny Naples here at the Golden Dawn. If you can't make it, you can watch it on YSN. You can always come to Golden Dawn on game night, after game, have a great meal, and support the Ursuline Irish. Nick Bako, on behalf of all of us at YSN and Ursuline, you represent Ursuline High School very well. You represent YSN very well. Best of luck tomorrow night, and I'm sure we'll talk again as the year goes on.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right.